No matter how perfect a person may look from the outside, it is natural that everyone has insecurities they try to hide. Complexes, I have them, you have them. And even Napoleon had them. Or rather, he once did. Welcome to Life Mists. Today we'll talk about the complexes of some of history's greatest figures, and maybe find some comfort for ourselves along the way. Let's go. Napoleon Bonaparte. Everyone knows Napoleon Bonaparte, the great emperor of France, the man who shook the world. But whenever people hear his name, the first question is always, was Napoleon really that short? In fact, he wasn't that small, about 1.68 meters tall. Average for his time, but because he was always surrounded by tall guards, he looked shorter. Imagine standing next to basketball players. All the time, of course, you'd look tiny. That's why the phrase Napoleon complex was born short people, trying to prove themselves through big actions. And Napoleon took that to the extreme. With his short stature, he tried to conquer all of Europe. He even joked once, "If you laugh at my height, I'll make you taller on the battlefield." His life was full of drama: the Egyptian campaign, the disastrous march to Moscow, and finally exile on the island of St. Helena. No matter how powerful he was, in the end, his lofty ambitions brought him down. Julius Caesar, the hair complex. The Roman Emperor Julius Caesar was a brilliant general, but he had one big insecurity: his balding head. In Roman culture, thick hair was a symbol of strength, so Caesar often covered his head with laurel wreaths or helmets. The Roman Senate even granted him the right to wear a crown permanently. Perhaps they thought, better to see him crowned than bald. Caesar won countless battles, but in a way his greatest fight was against hair loss. Joseph Stalin voice and appearance complex. Stalin is remembered as a powerful dictator, but he too had insecurities. As a child, he survived smallpox, which left his face scarred. His left arm was also damaged and weaker, so in photos, he often hid it. And here's the interesting part. Stalin disliked his own raspy, unimpressive voice. Many of his speeches were written by others, and he would rehearse them like an actor before delivering them. But people were so afraid of him that no one dared to say, "Your voice sounds funny." Even history's greatest figures had complexes. Napoleon was insecure about his height, Caesar about his hair, and Stalin about his voice and appearance. But none of these stopped them from playing huge roles in history. So, why should your insecurities stop you? If you found this topic interesting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time with more fascinating stories from history.